Hello friends and welcome back. It's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and today I'm hopping with Altenew on an Instagram hop celebrating the Pantone color magenta, and I'm going to show you how bright reinkers can be. So here's the card I made. I used the Iceland Poppies and the Lotus frame set that was recently released. I love this frame and use it quite a bit actually. So here's the colors I used. I used Coral Bliss, Rubellite, and Lavender Fields along with the Fresh Leaf. So again, I ink schmooshed some of the backgrounds, and that's what I'm actually using for the base of this particular card. So here's the Paint of Flowers Iceland Poppies. I really love this, and I have several other videos using this. And so this is kind of one of the panels that I did that's black heat embossed. So I'm going to show you how the steps to creating all of that. So again, I've got a piece of watercolor paper in my smaller Misty, and I'm using Altenew Obsidian Black Pigment ink. Again, it's a great ink for heat embossing. And so I'll go ahead, and because it's on watercolor paper, it took a couple of rounds of the stamping. So again, remember, watercolor paper has a texture to it that you need to make sure you get a good image. So next I just poured clear embossing powder over it, and then I'll go ahead and use my heat dryer to dry it. So here is that panel again, ready to go. So I've taken out a paint tray here, and I've actually added those colors in the reinkers right directly onto that plate. And so again, I've got water off to the left side, and you'll see me go over there and dip in that occasionally. And so again, I'm kind of mixing that Lavender Fields with the Rubellite to get this bright magenta color. So it really is fun to use the reinkers because again, they're so intense and bright and dark that, it's just gorgeous. So there's that coral berry that I'm kind of adding in the center of that poppy. Pretty. So I needed to add a little more of the Rubellite there, make sure that I have enough, because again, that is our color focus since magenta is the Pantone color of the year. So I love this pink. It's just a really bright, almost a purpley pink. I just think it's so pretty. So again, here I am just, kind of filling in, doing some speed painting here. I wish I could paint watercolor this fast. The marvels of speeding up your videos, right? So again, there's that part. So then I also pulled out some of the green fields, and then we'll go ahead and just do the stems really quick. And once I get this dry, I will fussy cut this out for the front. So again, I don't show that in the video. I'm just showing you really the painting process. So again, adding coral berry to the very centers of the flowers, and then I heat dried it a little bit to be sure it was completely dry. And then I have a set of gold acrylic paints that I don't know where I got it, don't have a name on it, but again, it's a range of gold colors in acrylic paint. And what I decided to do was to just grab the very fine tip of a brush, and I'm going to go ahead and add the stamens there on there, the little flower circles there in the middle, again, to kind of give it a different look. And you'll see that the Lotus frame that I'm using is actually gold heat embossed as well. So I thought that would tie this card together nicely. So here's what I've got. I've got that ink schmoosh background. Then I have that Lotus frame that I've already die cut and actually embossed, gold embossed. And then I'm going to add this flower on the front. You can see I have fussy cut it out. And so this is the arrangement that I'm using. So again, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and pop that the frame up, and so I'm using Altenew's foam tape. I love this stuff. This is fantastic foam tape, and again, you get such a nice large roll with it. So I definitely will be ordering this again soon. So again, I trimmed it down a little bit because obviously the sides on this frame are a little thinner than the foam tape. So again, I'm kind of taking my time and trimming them here. And then we'll go ahead and add that on there, and then I'll use those skinnier pieces to catch the top. And then I also need to fill in kind of on the corners where inside that area there. So you'll see me kind of go and add that in here too to get it popped up nicely. And you can see I've already got the ink smooshed background attached onto an A2 card base. So again, I'm just, again, double checking kind of how do I want to put this on here. I'm happy with this, so I needed to add some foam tape to the center of the bloom so that they didn't dip there in the middle. And what I ended up doing was gluing some of the flowers and the stems to the edges of the frame is how I kind of handled it. So here I'm just kind of looking at, where do I place the foam tape in the middle to make sure it doesn't dip. So again, I'm happy with my placement. So I'll go ahead and pull all of that backing off of there. And again, it's so easy to get off. I always end up using my poker tool to get the backing off, but it is very easy to do. So again, just kind of removing all the backing. And I'm going to go ahead and center it there on that ink smooshed background. And then I'll go ahead and pull the backing off of my flowers, my puppies. And so see, I'm kind of looking to see, okay, where do I need to put the glue? So again, I can kind of guesstimate. Again, if I've got extra glue on the background and it doesn't attach to anything, it's no loss there. So again, just kind of adding glue around the perimeter. And then we'll go ahead and get that set right there. I love this card. I love the colors. I just really was pleased with it. Set an acrylic block on it. So here's kind of tilting it to show you. And I'm going to use this Essential Sentiment, So Grateful, and I'm going to cut it out of a gold cardstock. So you can see I've attached it on there. And so that is my finished card. So again, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Blogger. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel in the lower right-hand corner.